Hi, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this is Destination FBA. My name is Emma and I upload these regular videos to hopefully help other people out that are selling via the Amazon FBA program. Now, I've been selling via Amazon FBA since the beginning of last year, and I started to share my journey via this channel, via a Facebook group as well, at the end of last year. Now, I find that doing this just helps keep me motivated. It means I can share any useful information and advice that I find out along the way that will hopefully help other people, especially new sellers. Now, if you have any specific questions at all, please do ask. So pop a comment below or jump in our Facebook group and I'll do my very best to help you out. Now, if I don't know the answer myself, I will do my very best to find it out for you, but there are lots of helpful people in there, lots of helpful information, so do ask the question, get all the support you can. So in today's video, I wanted to take a look at slow moving stock. So what do we do with any stock that just isn't selling? Now, it's really important that you know what isn't selling well and you take action on this as soon as you can. Now, the longer your items are sat on Amazon shelves, the more you'll pay in storage fees. Now, these fees are charged on a monthly basis and they may seem very small, but they can add up surprisingly quick. Once those items have been held by Amazon for more than 365 days, you'll also start paying long-term storage fees. Now, these fees can get very costly and they could end up losing you money. Now, another reason you need to keep an eye on that stock is for expiry date products. Now, Amazon may actually just destroy the items if it's very close to the expiry date, or worse still, the customer may make a purchase. If they receive an item that is close to expiring, they may not be very happy, they may want to return the item, they may want a refund, and they could leave you bad feedback. Now, this is the last thing you want. Keep your customers happy, keep that account healthy, and this in itself will help those sales. Now, having stock just sat on Amazon shelves could also impact your cash flow. You need to be turning that stock around as fast as you possibly can. So once you've sent the items in, you want to be making the sales, withdrawing the cash and reinvesting it into more stock as soon as possible. The longer those items sat on the shelves, the less you'll have to reinvest back into the business, and this is why it's so important to analyse all of those deals before you make any purchases. Be sure that product not only has a great return on investment and a great profit margin, but it also has great sales. Now, Buybot Pro is a great analysing software. This will help you check all of this plus so much more information. So you can see all of that competition analysis, you can see what the other seller's stock is like, you can see what their pricing is like, the historical data, and be sure that you can compete against them. Always carry out a thorough analysis of anything you buy before you make any purchase. It'll just help to ensure you're only buying good selling products. Now, this software more than pays for itself with the huge amount of data it provides you. Now, I'd recommend you check through your stock on a monthly basis. Just set aside half an hour where you can just go through, check all the stock, see if there's any price changes that need making, see if there is any stock that needs removing. It is really simple to check your stock within Seller Central, so you can see what your stock levels are like and you can see how long those items have been sat on Amazon shelves. Now, this is just going to help to give you a really good indication of how those items are selling. Now, if you log into Seller Central, you go to Inventory in the drop-down menu and then click Manage FBA Inventory. You'll be taken to this page here. Now, what we want to do next is click Active. So this only shows us any active listings we currently have. And then from here, we click where it says Date Created. Now, this will just put all those ASINs into date order so we can clearly read the information and we can see the oldest stock first. So the first item we can see was created on the 10th of January 2021 and I have 22 in stock. Now, this one is a replenishable item, so this is actually okay. It's an item I sell on a daily basis, so it is one that I need to restock. Now, if we then move to the second item, this was created on the 9th of December 2021. So it's been in stock for over 9 months and I currently have 3 of these in stock. Now, it's been a while since I sold any of this ASIN, so this is something I really need to deal with along with a few of the others. But what I need to know is why isn't it selling and what can I do about this? Now, you can also look at any excess stock you have by clicking through to your inventory planning, and then clicking at the top where it says excess units. Now, this will list any stock Amazon considers to be excess, giving you the inventory age, the estimated excess units, and your estimated long-term storage fees for any ASIN over 365 days. Now, you can easily take action on any of these items by this page, so it may be that you want to edit the listing, you may want to lower the price, or you may even want to create a removal order. Now, firstly, we need to go back to those questions we just asked. So why are these items not selling and what can we do about them? Now, it may be that there is just too much competition and we're not competitive enough on that pricing, meaning we are not taking control of that buy box. Now, it's always good to know what that buy box percentage is. So there are 2 ways we can do this, but for the first one, you would need a subscription to Buybot Pro. So if we just head over to an item on Amazon and we just scroll down to just below the description, then we have this section for buy box statistics just here. Now, we can select from 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, or 365 days, and it will show us all the data for this time. Now, for this particular item, I'm just going to go and select 90 days. So we can see that there's a total of 11 sellers for this period. We can see who they are, we can see what kind of seller they are, we can see their rating, and we can also see the percentage of the buy box that they've held. So if this was an item that we've been selling ourselves and we'd held that buy box at some time during this period, we would also be included within this list. Now we can also check the percentage of the buy box that we've held within Seller Central, but this will only show us the information for ourselves and not for anybody else. So within the report section, we can look at our business reports and we can search the data for those slow moving ASINs. This shows us just here the percentage of the buy box that we've held during the period selected. Now the longer you can hold that buy box, the more sales you're likely to make. So just be aware of that competition, be aware of your pricing and your overall account health. Now I have done a video that goes into this in a lot more detail, so I would recommend you just take 10 minutes, just have a look. Understanding how that buy box rotates can help you hugely, so do what you can to take control and get those extra sales. Now we can also see how many sessions there's been during a 24-hour period. So this just helps give us an idea of whether people are even looking at this item and how often. Now if you have an item that has very few views, you may struggle to make any sales regardless of what you do with that pricing. You're far better to create a removal order, get that item back and try and sell it elsewhere. So possibly sell locally, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, just try and get that original investment back in your account. Now in any instance, you want to be looking at the competition. What are their stock levels like? What is their pricing like? And can you compete with them? Now for this, I would recommend you look at getting a repricing software. Now I'm currently using Profit Protector Pro and this does all the work for me. So I just set in my minimum, I set my maximum, the strategy I want to use, and I leave it to do its work. I don't have to go through, manually make those adjustments. It saves me a huge amount of time. Now there may be times that you just can't compete with other sellers. You might want to bring that price down to break even, or maybe even sell at a slight loss just to get rid of all that stock fast. Now a lot of sellers will do this from time to time. It just helps you to ditch the stock and just move forward. Now for any stock you've had over 90 days, I would recommend you go through, see if you can reduce the price and see if you can shift that stock fast. Now it's been a while since I did my own aged inventory, but I'm going to go through that now, take a look and deal with any that I need to. Just be sure to check that competition, check all the historical data too, because this will help you when it comes to that pricing. It will help you decide what to set it to and what you may need to drop it down to. Now if the stock is just not moving and you don't like the idea of selling at a break even or at a slight loss, your only option is to either destroy the stock or create a removal order. Do whichever is best for your situation and whichever is best for your cash flow. So I hope that just helped you understand a little bit about how we can check the buy box and what we can do if that stock just isn't selling. Just remember, we need to try and limit those storage fees. So we need to turn the stock around as fast as we can, especially as we come into Q4, because things will only get busier. Now if you have any questions at all, please do pop them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, thank you very much for watching, take care and I'll hopefully see you soon.